got it.
Hey, everybody. Tom Vassell here.
Z Garcia, what's happening, folks?
Sam Healy.
We are live, so we're hoping that this is working better than it did last week. Vassell hates us 9 to 5 for trying to get us fired for gaming on the job. That may be true, but I found that by far, between 9 and 5 is when most people watch these videos. I've never quite understood that. Oh, I guess some people have jobs where they can put them on in the background?
Yeah.
Yep. Works up.
All right.
It's over here.
So we'll take some questions. Again, some questions that people ask all the time are like, what do you think about this particular game? Usually we won't answer those because we have taken the time to make reviews of many of these games. So you can go and just look at the reviews of those games and find out about those. Anyhow, here's a good one. What's your favorite werewolf type game? That isn't werewolf.
The Resistance, I guess.
Resistance? New Salem wasn't bad, though. That's a werewolf-ish type game.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I did. It was enjoyable.
The New Salem's made by the same people who make Good Cop, Bad Cop?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, but right now I probably have to go with the Resistance as well. Yeah.
I thought it was interesting. I thought New Salem was interesting. I need to explore it a little more.
Yeah, it does need more plays. I told Tom that on the way back home. Yeah, but it was interesting. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say Spyfall.
Okay.
Well, you're trying to figure out who the one person is,
I
who's
guess
the
that's
spy.
a werewolf-style game,
It's light
sure.
on the werewolves.
All right, well, if I can't use Spyfall, and I understand, I'll use Mafia de Cuba as my current hot one. I really like that one. Or Puis. Good Cop, Bad Cop.
Okay.
I still like Good Cop, Bad Cop. All right. Let's see here. Whew, lots of different questions here.
Gracious.
How did we meet? What was your initial impression of each other?
You're so tall.
I met Sam in college, my freshman year, and my initial impression was he was a very serious person.
Really?
Yeah, well, you were like studying hard at that point in your life.
Oh, wait. That was a brief point in my life, I think.
No, but you were like, you were working and studying at the same time, and both of us were working at college and our way through.
Yeah, that's true. I was on contract, so I was working a lot. I mean, they had us working and then taking a half load of classes. So, yeah, I can see that.
With Sam, I don't ever really remember. Actually, with Z, the same way. I don't remember like that. Oh, that's the first time I met this person.
Yeah,
it was more of like a gradual thing, and I was friends with one of his roommates, and then we were in the same hall, and it just happened to happen. And with Z, it was in the same gaming group, so I just...
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I know we played that really bad game, first off.
My
first impression was, this guy brings a lot of garbage games, doesn't he? No.
That's a correct impression.
Yes, the current impression as well.
All right, woo.
Whoa.
All right, let's see here. Sam, what's your impressions of the new Eric Lang game, The Others?
It is going to be, well, I don't know artwork. I've only played a prototype. The miniatures are going to be amazing, of course, as normal. But the game itself, I think, is going to be very dark in its theme. And again, I haven't seen any artwork, so I don't really know for sure. Just from what I know of the theme, it's probably going to be very dark, and it might turn some people off. But it is a fantastic game with very smooth mechanisms. Again, it's par for the course for Eric Lang.
Is that Cool Mini or not also?
I think it's going to be, although I don't know for sure. I mean, he did it with...
It is definitely Guillotine.
He did it... He showed us the game at Cool Mini's space and area at Gen Con. So if they allow him to do that, I would imagine
I think so.
Be. I mean, the miniatures are all
right.
Cool Mini or not scale.
Guillotine is the company that made Zombicide, and then Cool Mini or not put it in America.
Oh.
Guillotine's the one that makes the miniatures and so on.
Basically, the game is there are the 7 deadly sins, and they are personified in some monstrous form. and they are trying to take over the world, and people are fighting against them, and so forth and so on.
Okay, cool.
What do you do when you're playing a new game and everyone around seems to love it, but you're hating the game?
That happens to Z more often.
Yeah, it does, I guess.
Oh no, this happened to you on last week. We all liked
Broom Service.
Broom Service, and you did not like Broom Service.
That's fine. I don't mind being in that situation. I feel bad when I'm liking a game and everybody else seems to be hating it, because I kind of want to pull the plug on it just for everybody else's sake. Yeah. But oftentimes I need to get that game played. And that's a dilemma. Me hating the game while everybody else is having a good time, that's fine. Everybody else is having a good time, I don't mind.
It's a question about the live show at Essen. There will be a live show at Essen. It's probably going to be on Thursday. How we're going to get people there, like, do you need tickets or can you just show up? I'm not sure yet. We're doing it with Yellow. Yellow's the company who got us the room. So we'll let you guys know as soon as we find out, which should be very soon. I know that the room is confirmed at this point, so we'll go from there.
Right.
Let's see here. When is Z getting his player card and name added to the Miami Dice intro?
Well, probably never. It's really these guys' show, and every now and then I'll just jump into one. But I would doubt it's worthwhile to make a new intro. Just if I'm suddenly there, it's like, oh, he's there, and that's fine.
He will probably be in half of them, but I just didn't know. Like, then I would have to take it out every time you weren't in it, and so I don't. There is that one guy though. He just commented on the last one. He said,
he comments
"It's so
on
much.
all of them.
It's so much better without Z." There's this. You have a hater.
No, he comments on all of them, and people who are commenting are like, "Dude, leave it alone."
You have an anti-Z guy out there.
All right, cool.
Finally, someone else. Is Fury of Dracula better than Letters of Whitechapel and Scotland Yard?
Yes.
Yes.
He says he doesn't mesh with you, though, so he doesn't want to take your opinion. It's different. I mean, I don't know whether I would say it's better, because I think it depends on the experience. See, I personally like the deduction aspect the best in those games. Mm-hmm. So I would probably better? Like Letters or Scotland Yard better. I'm actually leaning towards Scotland Yard just because it's such a fast, clean system. Mm-hmm. Letters of Whitechapel can bog down a bit. And Fury of Dracula has other things. There's combat, there's cards, there's theme and chrome in the game.
Right. I think if you want a cleaner system that's all about figuring out where the hidden player is, then maybe Letters. But yeah, if you want to get in there for the theme, for all the chrome, like you said, Fury. Actually just played and reviewed, so you can go check that out. A game called Vampire Radar, which is coming out, I believe, at Essen. And that's a very good Letters from Whitechapel, but quick kind of game, which I thought was tremendous, really.
Sounds like you're mentioning theme and chrome and almost being apologetic about it. Theme and chrome can make a game better.
No, but some people don't want that.
I agree with you, and some people don't want the extra stuff per se. They just want the clean system.
Gotcha. Just had to pipe up there for a second.
This person wants to know what to buy for Dice Masters. Can they buy a starter set from any of the series? Yes, you can. You don't have to buy Avengers vs. X-Men. Mm-hmm. You can buy Age of Ultron, DC, Yu-Gi-Oh! Any of them work. Mm-hmm. Do you think there needs to be more science-themed games?
The ones I've played, I've not really liked. I mean, there's the new science I didn't really like. That compounded game I did not really like. And
you hate science.
No, I like science. I just don't think that a science class or science experiment themed game makes for an exciting escape from reality, which ultimately is why I play games. Or
okay, well, he's talking more like along the lines of maybe for kids who want to learn about science.
Sure, I guess. I mean, that's
Garcia's against education. You heard
that? With education, I think most educational games aren't very fun. It's a hard balance to strike a game that both teaches concrete concepts. Let me say that, because I think most games teach you something, and are fun. I think that's a hard balance.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually like Compounded and the new science, and I think they're good. I mean, but history just lends itself to games. That's
Do you
just all there is to it.
think there should be more science games?
I'd like there to be more, but I mean, I think it's a hard nut to crack. To take a subject that's not necessarily fun and make a game about it that's, again, realistic. Like, there's games like mixing potions, because mixing chemical reactions, that's fun. But you get into just potions, mix it, see what happens, alchemy and stuff. But that's not real science. If you do real science, I don't think it would be a very fun game in many instances.
Right.
Fauna. Fauna's a science game, I guess, biology.
Yeah. It's a trivia game, ultimately, but yeah, I guess. I'm gonna make a game about gravity. 52 card pickup.
What is the proper etiquette for playing games at a restaurant? Should you buy drinks/food? When should you give up your table to other customers? I think the first one's pretty obvious.
If you're not buying their product, you need to get up and leave.
Unless, of course, they've cordoned off part of the restaurant and said, "Here, come play games."
That's
a different thing.
That's kind of like a contract that's already been made. If you just walk into a restaurant, sit down at a table, and start playing a game, that's not right.
Okay, I think maybe what he maybe
You
what
need
he
to go
means-
to I think what you mean is you want to go to a coffee house or that type of setting. And yes, you should buy their product.
Right.
And stay while you're consuming their products and while there isn't someone waiting for your table. But a restaurant, you probably just want to play while you're waiting for your food, get your food, put away the game, eat, and depart.
Well, what percentage of people need to be buying food?
Oh my goodness.
All of them.
Well, no. I mean, let's say me and Z and you were like, "Hey, we're going to a restaurant. We'll play a game there." Like, "Can I come?" Okay, you don't have to buy something to the fourth guy. Maybe he already ate dinner.
Get a drink or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need to get something.
I think that's...
When should you give your table to the other customers? I would go completely by, is there a
Line.
line at all? Then don't be a jerk.
Yeah, really.
Let's see here. When will contest winners be announced? I'm going to announce the contest winner for Board Game Blender Breakfast. Sorry. I'm going to announce the one for Board Game Breakfast probably in a week. Probably next Board Game Breakfast. And we'll announce the big one next week. We'll do it live. We'll do a quick blurb live so you can see that it's all legit. And when will you announce yours? Probably next Board Game Blender, right?
Well, by the time Board Game Blender comes around, will that already have happened?
Well, we'll just wait till Board Game Blender is over, and then we'll do the big winner.
That's fine. I mean, I can get that.
It's like the
info to you
third,
at
though.
Yeah, right.
All right. Given the backlash against your vassal law in great games, what's a great game that should be reprinted but wasn't and would fit in your law? Honestly, none. That's why I made it a law. But maybe you guys can think of some.
A game that should be reprinted and isn't being reprinted?
That, but also doesn't have, that there's not an IP issue or a copyright issue.
Again, here's the problem with this. I don't know if something's being reprinted. Like, I could say a game and then it's reprinted in 6 months. Maybe it's reprinted in 5 years. It got reprinted when the market was ready for it.
Right, like you've won like Jolin for Coliseum to be reprinted, and it is.
Yeah.
You know, some people keep asking for Dune, but it will never happen unless the estate changes their mind.
No, but that game, technically, got reprinted. They just couldn't use that license.
Right, but I mean, like, for example, there's Pillars of the Earth is out of print, and I would bet that that's another licensing issue.
Maybe, yeah.
You know, with the guy who wrote the book and everything.
Right.
Well, when you're looking for a game to be reprinted, you're looking for the game in its incarnation to be reprinted in that same incarnation, just upgraded. So Dune, while the system was reprinted with Rex, the game was not reprinted in its current incarnation, or at that point current incarnation.
Right, but again, the IP would prohibit that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, the one game I want to see reprinted, which I thought was a cool game, not necessarily because it blew my brain or anything, but that game called, it was a Z-Man game that came in this really cool looking box that looked like a sack, like a knapsack kind of.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Picnic.
I forget what it was called. Anyway, it's a very good game. It's a nice Euro, real clean design. It's been out of print. It's hard to get now, but it'll be reprinted at some point. If the demand is there, and by demand I don't mean you want it. I mean enough people want it that it warrants being reprinted, it'll be reprinted.
Who's the biggest eater? Who wins at buffets?
Jason?
That's true. Jason's a really small guy.
Dude's got 2 hollow legs, man.
I really thought that I was the biggest eater of the group, but Jason can put me under the table.
Yeah.
But of us three, it's probably me. It's not you for sure. You don't eat that much, and I think I eat more than you usually.
Yeah, more often than not, yeah.
We have to wear themed Halloween costumes, which we probably wouldn't. What would you dress up as? Come to Board Game Geek Con. All right, let's see here. Have your thoughts on Star Wars Armada changed since your review? No, I'm still pretty good with it. I'm really anxiously looking forward to Wave 2. I want to be able to play with this.
Haven't done a Wave 2 yet for that game?
No, but they did the Wave 1. There's enough ships there to mess around with. But
Wave 1 was
already
first expansion.
Okay.
Wave 2 is...
I honestly haven't played with most of the Wave 1 ships yet, just because it's a bigger game to get to the table. At our past game day that we played this past Saturday, it was crowded, and 2 guys were playing Armada, and they were taking 2 whole tables up, which, eventually they finished. It was like, good, because we needed people to sit at those tables. But, I mean, it's just not one of those games you can play at a game meetup, unless you're going to have a lot of people involved.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that progress in board game innovation will plateau or slow down?
It's another kind of invention. So to say that board game inventions will slow down, that means at some level at least inventions have slowed down. And as long as the human brain is growing and compounding and we're always pushing into new areas, I don't think it ever will.
Well, I just saw something on Facebook. There's this new pill you can take that lets you use 100% of your brain. I was going to buy some.
That's
Should I?
Movie.
You might not want to die just yet.
Yeah, really.
All right. What do you think about the Ares possibly making a pre-painted Battle of 5 Armies? The door bursts open, Jason comes in and goes, "Wah!" Then runs back out. I think it's cool. It's going to be cheaper, like only $200 or $250.
That's it? Man, I'm going to buy 3 of them.
Have you played any other Firefly games besides Firefly the board game or Shiny Dice?
Are there others?
Is there any others?
Well, I mean, there's Firefly
Trivia.
Yahtzee.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's Firefly...
Oh, I have Firefly Yahtzee right up there. That's right. I forgot about that.
I don't think they have a Monopoly version out yet. Although it wouldn't surprise me if they do. But no, I haven't. I've only played Shiny Dice and Firefly, the board game. And that's really it. Those are the 2 that I think did it better than all the others.
Just assume that if there is a theme, there's a Monopoly version.
Right, yeah, that's why I said it wouldn't surprise me if there is, right.
Is it comfortable to play in the Geek Chic table with the ledge and reaching down in the play area?
Yeah.
You're adding that one? Well, yeah, because he talks about it when he's typing because you're putting your arms down. You don't like...
This hard edge here can be a little bit, because I never know what to, like, if my arms are out here, or, like, if I do this, I have to really lean in. It's a little
see, for me, I really like it. I like having my arms on it and just on the table. I don't even think about it. I mean, I can do this, lean here on the table. This is how you do it, by the way. Put the arm over and pick up.
Got it.
See?
Now I know. I've been doing it wrong.
But I like it.
What about you, Sam? You like it?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's necessary to be comfortable playing a game, but it is comfortable.
I should have got the short boards. I got the long boards that cover. I should have got the short ones, and I could did half the table where you could have worked there. All right. Well,
no, I just like I like the surface to pick stuff up off of it. I like that a lot, but I prefer a nice wooden table to play games on.
the contest we're running with cool stuff, is it available to non-Americans? I have no problem giving a non-American a cool stuff gift certificate. What you do with that is up to you. I mean, you're going to still probably have to pay shipping, but yeah, sure. Why isn't there a kids category in the Dice Tower Awards? We've talked about this one in the past, and the simple fact of the matter is we have, 90 plus voters in the Dice Tower Awards, and I think 6 of them play kids games. It's just not a genre that a lot of people play unless you have kids, and little kids for that matter, because once your kids are old enough, you can play any game with them.
Right.
And so it's really hard to do that. You could say, well, there's plenty of people who play kids games that you could bring in, but then they would be in just for that one category, which is something we did with war games for that same reason. We want well-rounded gamers voting on the categories, and kids game just isn't one that enough people are proficient at.
Not that you're not a well-rounded gamer if you play kids games.
No, but what I'm saying is, if someone who like just focuses on kids games,
Right.
they would be probably good at that. But I want it well-rounded people who can vote on a lot of the categories.
Correct.
Right.
Let's see here. Now that heavier worker placement games come out, is Stone Age still offer enough to warrant picking up a copy?
Sam would say yes.
I would say yes. What were the other games that he...
He mentioned Predaporter, which I don't think you've played. That's that's a pretty heavy one from Portal, which they're going to actually reprint with a theme that you would approve of, and Caverna and stuff.
Well, I think Caverna and Stone Age are on two different complexity levels, honestly.
Well, that's what he's saying. He's saying with those heavier ones is a light worker placement game worth picking up.
Yes, very much so. Because not everybody's going to enjoy those heavier worker placement games. So, to round out your collection, so to speak, having Stone Age in there as a lighter alternative would be wise, I think.
Okay, me and my game group are having our own 24-hour marathon, says Josh. What advice would you give us?
Don't do it! Run, Josh! Oh, man.
What
Sleep
advice would you give us?
and...
Yeah, sleep heavy on the front end.
Yeah.
You know, before you get there, so that you're well rested.
Pick your snacks carefully. Make sure you don't pick something that's gonna something real heavy that's gonna make you sleepy while your tummy processes that food. You know.
If you play live, eat your snacks secretly, because otherwise people will call you pigs.
Yeah, don't eat in front of the camera.
There you go. There you go.
But I would also have your games somewhat planned.
Yeah, figure out what games you're playing and front load the heavier stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, just having them, because what will happen if you're like at 8 hour 16, you're like, all right, what should we play now? At that point, everyone's kind of tired. Right. So the argument over what game to play will be more annoying to some people.
Right.
Let's see here. What's the worst game you own that you keep because others like it? So like you have a game, he says don't cheat and say like Monopoly. I don't actually have Monopoly. But a game that you don't like that much, but you keep it because you know other people will like it. Maybe a specific person.
What's that game with the zombie dice, but the one with the deer heads?
Deer Hunter?
Trophy Buck.
Trophy Buck. Oh, really? You don't like it?
It's all right, but it doesn't I have a good amount of dice games, and this one's like...
It's just push you up. There's
really,
nothing else.
Simple, but it's the kind of game I can play with just about anybody, and some people do like it, so I keep it.
Rummy Cube.
Really?
Yeah, my wife loves the game, so I keep it because of that.
Do you know I've never played it?
I hate it.
Let's play it live.
He just said he hates it.
Did you bring it with you?
For the burn pile.
People are going to, what's the burn pile?
Have you ever played Twilight Imperium?
Are you kidding me? No.
Well, no, I thought maybe he's been tricked in the past.
No. You can't trick somebody playing TI3. I mean,
Hey, what is this game, guys? Sit down and let's just take 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's a quick one. We'll be done in 45.
Tie him quickly.
Hours!
Let's see. Why weren't there more Periscope videos from Gen Con? Will we be using Periscope more in the future? Possibly Essen.
I don't think we can do it from Essen.
Well, we probably could if I had the... I paid for the internet last time, which I wasn't sure was worth it. The Periscope thing that annoys me more than anything else is the fact that it's that vertical video. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I've
been thinking about doing Periscope under my own account, but I've yet to do it even once. But what I've been struggling with is what should I use it for? What should I do with it? What should I use it for? Should I Periscope a live? Should I Periscope while I'm playing something and show it off really quick? Should I do it in like my game room and show off games. What should I do with it? I need to find it a purpose because I've yet to know what to. I really like the idea. I like the way it works without saving it, right? Which is what you would want to do, which capture it and then actually put it up on YouTube. But just Periscope itself, what should I do with it? That's what I don't know. Let me know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Which of your top 10 lists do you think is most in need of an update? He says it's the co-op one, which is probably true. But I'm making a general rule of thumb that we're looking at 4 or 5 years before we redo one. Because there's just so many top 10 lists we can make anyway. And you don't want to hear us repeat the same arguments over. Well, maybe you do. But
no, yeah, it's got to be enough time that there's enough good new stuff for it to matter.
When can I make a pledge for Lice Shower on Kickstarter?
I'm working on it. The problem is I have to play test it in the dark, which is really counterintuitive. Because the game is played in the dark, and so I end up breaking all my prototypes.
We have not played CV yet because the company sent me a Polish version and we just couldn't play it. So they're sending
is that
me.
What happened with that?
They said they sent me the
okay.
wrong copy, so they're sending an English version, and when we get that, we'll try it out.
Gotcha.
I don't know if I'm doing a top 100 this year or not. That'd be weird if I didn't. It would be the first year in a while. I just wonder if I'm starting to say the same things over and over again. Maybe I should do my top 100 and have like different people with me, like Jason and who else would I even have?
How about just like a random person off the street? Just random people that have no idea about gaming. They'll just sit there and go, "What are you talking about?"
That would be really funny, though. I think it might get old after a while.
Just for like each 10.
All right. Let's see here. Are there any deck builders that you play regularly at this moment?
Deck builders?
Regularly.
Well, for us, I'm going to say, because I don't actually play any game regularly.
Yeah, what does that mean?
But the one I play the most, maybe Marvel Legendary.
Man.
I'm going to probably go Marvel Legendary, I guess. I play Dominion every once in a while.
Star Realms?
Oh, yeah, that's you for sure.
I'm going to say Lewis and Clark, which is sort of a deck building game.
How do you...
That one hits the table every now and then. It's seen
I think
steady.
that's a cheat. Do you think Lewis and Clark is a deck building game?
Have you played it?
I don't-
It's a deck building game, kind of,
It's,
right? I mean,
it's more of a hand building game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, anyhow. How do you deal with a player that's bringing down a group? You know he's a good guy, but his actions are making it hard to game. I think if he's a good guy, then you need to deal with him. If he's not a good guy, just kick him out.
What does that even mean, a good guy?
Means that outside of gaming, he's nice, but once he starts playing games, he turns into the devil.
Then don't play with him.
Maybe.
Like, I don't understand.
Well, actually, on this one, I think you could be. It has to be more specific, right? Is the guy a jerk? Is he someone who cheats? Is he someone who whines the whole time? Is he someone who's a really slow player?
Yeah,
there's a lot of.
Why is he bringing?
There's a lot of different
the group
ones.
down would be a question you have to ask, I guess.
Let's see here. Is there going to be a tipping point for social deduction games? So many are coming out. I will agree that is currently probably the hottest genre. I mean, there was like 4 or 5 that came out at Gen Con. And, I mean, you just played one. What was it called again?
New Salem.
New Salem. And then there was the expansion for Good Cop, Bad Cop. And there was One Night Ultimate Werewolf. One Night Ultimate
Revolution.
One Night Revolution.
Yeah.
They come out with a One Night Ultimate Vampire is coming. There's Fantasy Flight made their own little Mafia game. And there's a Mafia de Cuba.
I mean,
and there's a lot of
just
these.
Just the push. These things happen in waves. You know, it'll wrap up in a few months, and then they'll dry up for a couple years. That's just the way that works, you know. Just like sometimes you get a bunch of racing games all at once, and then next year, bidding's back, and everybody's putting out a bidding game. It's just, I don't know why, but it seems to work that way, where something is predominant, you know. Something's got to be, otherwise there would be there's exactly 5 racing games this year, exactly 5 bidding games this year.
There's the Gaming Commission. Oh, I'm sorry, you were going to publish this? I'm sorry,
full up.
That category has reached its maximum.
Well, I mean, what does he mean by tipping point, though? I mean, is he talking
what he means
about
is, are we
where
going to
it
see
jumps
him?
the shark, or where they're just
Yeah, I
not
think
being
so.
bought anymore? I think they've already jumped the shark. To be honest with you.
Well, it's not one of your favorite genres anyway.
Well,
though.
no, it's not that. It's just that I think there are.
Yeah, but by jumping the
More
shark, do you
than
mean
enough.
saturation, or do you mean they've made really, really awful ones? Because that's what I think of as jumping the shark. It's like, hey, everybody's making a racing game. Let's make one. And then the ones that start getting made are so awful that category jumps the shark.
Right.
But there being 10 really good racing games instead of 50 really good racing games, I'm just picking racing games. Who cares? Then just buy the 10 you want instead of all 50.
Yes, but
it's hurting something else.
Well, it could hurt the games themselves. If there's like 30 racing games in the market, the number of racing game fans may not have increased. So they pick and choose which ones they want, and
Right.
none of those games makes enough money to have nice expansions or whatever.
I mean, how
Which
many,
makes people make better racing games.
how
I
many
don't-
different kinds of ways can you package social deduction?
Yeah, I hear
I mean,
you.
that's where we're
Well,
at.
more
right
than
now.
I thought, honestly.
I know. I mean, if we're going by just what's hitting the market, it seems infinite. Does
Yeah.
it need to be infinite? No. Because we just started getting further and further out into, tediousness.
I mean, again, I'll never complain about there being too many good games. So, and I think it's a self-balancing system. If they make too many, some of those will not sell, and that number will readjust. Those games will go away. It sucks for that company, but if they went away, it's because your game was not the best of the crop.
No,
So-
it wasn't even average in the crop.
Right. Well, whatever.
Was
You
it-
know what I
was
mean?
it-
That's. I think it's a self-balancing system.
That's
there.
Vassal's Law Part 3.
That's Z's
It's called the Z Amendment.
theory.
You didn't copyright it.
It's not a law. It's just a theory.
All right.
Humble.
Have either of you guys ever done your own game customizations, where you made your own insert, paint your own minis, etc.?
No.
Paint your own minis. Yeah, I do it all. Well, not all.
Have
the
you actually
time.
done it for any board game?
No, but I will now.
I do it a lot. I'll find pieces that replace stuff. Actually, you just did it with you copied my dice thing for Ultimate Warriors.
Yes.
Where you put in the dice for the different people. Do you ever add dice to games?
Yeah, or change out dice sometimes if they're really bad quality. That's about it. There is one game I'm looking forward to switch up. That game with the sheep,
Yeah.
where I want to add little sheep meeples.
Sheep and beef.
Yeah. So that's it. It's really I'm not much of a customization guy. I'm typically happy with what's in there.
Hey, we have a fan from Panama. Hello, Panama.
Panama.
Anyhow, I want to know if we're going to make a top 10 of deck building games. We haven't done that?
What's going on?
Have we not done top 10 deck building games?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Then we will at some point. I think there's enough out there we can. There'll probably be a lot of crossover, though, on the list. Because there's probably like only 30 or so.
Good ones, you mean?
Ooh, Z, with your background in theater, what's your favorite musical?
Oh my goodness.
High School Musical 3.
Yes, I do like that one quite a bit. My favorite musical, I am going to say it is Cabaret.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Huh. Wow.
I like Cabaret.
That's okay. What about you? Sam's not a fan of musicals.
Not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
What would be my favorite music? Oh, probably Les Mis. That's
It's a hipster answer.
not today.
Thought into
That's
it.
more of a classic answer, I think.
Classic.
I also like Big, the musical. I don't know why I like that one a lot.
I think I've seen that.
Starring not Tom Hanks.
Yeah, no kidding. No joke.
Oh, I like Seussical a lot too. All right. Let's see here. Is there plans for a live show at Grand Con? Yes, although it may just be a Wits and Wagers show. I'm actually working with a guy right now who's going to be making me something where people can input their answers from their phones.
Oh,
Wits
it's
and
the
Wagers.
future.
That'd be pretty cool, though, right?
And we'll use that in a social deduction game. Oh, it's on. I'm going to design Light Shower the phone game.
They've already made a game with phones. Remember that one where you took the pictures of people's cards by sticking it behind their thing?
You're just gonna set a bunch of sharks up and use them as hurdles, aren't you?
Shark jumping the game, yeah.
Exactly.
Is there a list of all the reviews that are coming? We don't do that for several reasons. One, we don't want to pigeonhole ourselves to having to do a certain review, then we can't get it played.
Right.
Sometimes a game comes in. And also, well, that's actually the main reason.
You can basically look at Gen Con's release list and then subtract all the games that we've already reviewed and use that as what's going to come in the future.
Largely.
All right, tell them something you reviewed this week, though. give them a few days' notice.
Hoplomachus Origins.
All right.
Oh, jeez. Let me think. I'm going to do the review for...
See, he's been working earlier today.
No, I'm going to do the review for Takenoko expansion. I'm going to do the review for 5 Tribes expansion. Discoveries now. I was going to do that. But,
yeah, we're going to review Discoveries this
I got
week.
a bunch of little games. I want to do Murder of Crows. I'm going to do a game called Yak from Zoc.
Oh, yeah, Yak.
Yeah. Don't talk back.
All right. Shut the door.
Rogue Child.
It's always the same one. Can you get this T-shirt online? If you want my T-shirt, you can get it, or at Sam's.
You can get mine online too, but I'm not at the same place.
Don't buy this piece of garbage. These you can find at dicetower.com. Alchemy is science. I'm not
Let's go.
Are you ready to do a review of TI3?
Yes.
That'd be interesting.
It'll only be 2 hours long.
Behind the mountain of stuff that I have to do.
No. I'm not pushing you to do it. I just think that'd be interesting.
Huh?
How long is the review going to be?
It's probably going to be...
It's one of my longest reviews, actually.
It's probably let's say a one of 3.
Sam reviews TI3, part 1.
1 to 3 different
20.
You're going to do 3 videos for the one game? How long each one? Like 20 minutes?
Wait, are you talking about expansions?
No,
or is that not
no.
even including expansions?
Expansions get their own
that
videos,
would be
baby.
included. No, I'm not going to do
You should do the races, too. Today, we're just going to talk about this race. How to use them strategically.
Each one will probably be around 10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. What's your least favorite mage to play in Mage Wars? My favorite to play is probably... Well, I know my least favorite is the Force Master. Because the Force Master has hardly any units. They just, use the Force. They're like a Jedi.
Oh, that's my favorite, then.
I like using a lot of... So either the Beastmaster or the Wizard.
I don't know. I've only played the game a couple times. I don't know with mages.
I do like the Beastmaster, but my least favorite is definitely the that demon guy.
Oh, the Warlock.
The Warlock, yeah. Ooh. But it's not the Warlock. There's another one that they came out with that was jeez, I can't remember
the
what it is now.
Necromancer.
No, it's not
some,
the Necromancer.
Some sort.
Oh, the Necromancer one. I forgot him. I really like him.
There is a Necromancer.
I'll
the
go,
Druid?
I'll go with the Beastmaster right now.
Beast.
The Priest?
Well, there's a
Priestess?
Priestess. Yeah, that one's a good one too.
Z, what's the fastest pandemic has ever defeated you? This guy says his group was once destroyed in 15 minutes.
I've never lost.
Today, folks.
Today I will lie about everything. Man, I don't know. 15 minutes, or is that what he said?
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Have you ever lost in 15 minutes? I think I might have.
Yeah, because I know I've lost in 15 minutes because we want it to be funny, and so I did like the hardest you can make it with the expansion card, and every card, instead of being a regular outbreak, was the special outbreaks that came in the first expansion.
Wow.
The orange outbreaks. What is that called? Virulent strain outbreaks. Mm-hmm. And there was the purple disease was in there. Like I basically went, let's throw everything and see what happens. And everything blew up. That's what happened.
Yes, that's what happened.
So yeah, we lost in probably 10 minutes.
You should have seen a scenario they played on Saturday that you were playing. What was the game with the bomb?
Time bomb?
Time bomb. Mm-hmm. And it came down to Sam having to believe Z.
Yeah.
Or Jason.
Yep, those were the two
options. And Z was so convincing. I believed him. And yet... You still were not sure.
Waffled, yes, because he is always believable.
Did I lie?
Yes, no, you didn't.
Thank you.
You actually told the truth, which broke the mold.
One time, I'm bound to tell the truth. Two times. That time and next time.
And you would think this gives him some credibility in the future.
Nope.
Never
with these guys.
Oh, it just jumped all the way to the bottom. Hey guys, you don't need to keep asking questions 700 times, okay? If I skip it the first time, I'm skipping it the second time. What's your favorite food? I saw that. Answer that when I'm zooming up.
I like Italian food the best.
That's a genre there, dude.
What does he want?
What's your favorite food? Come on now. You can't pick Italian. I'll pick Western Hemisphere. Come on.
Wow. I believe he's being a little...
I think bagel bites are in order.
Bagel bites. He needs some bagel bites.
I don't know. A favorite food is a nice plate of pasta with shrimp.
Burritos.
Really?
There's something about having my entire dinner in a tube.
I could do that with a Pringles can.
Oh, dude, no, don't do it.
For me, it's taco salad. Taco salad. That's funny.
Taco salad? What kind, though? That's so broad.
All right. Let's see here. Are there any Japanese games you play? We just got 4 boxes worth of them. So we're playing through some of them, I think. We probably played through
half of them fit in my hand.
Yeah.
That's right.
And like 4 of them, the cover of them has like a bunch of teenage girls. You know, the anime teenage girls thing. It's really odd. It's just that theme was big this year, I guess.
Day.
How do you decide who is going to review a certain game? Well, Z just grabs some and sticks them in his bag. He's like, oh!
They fit in my pocket because they're typically Japanese.
Yes,
so.
they do.
I don't know. I mean, it depends if it's... I think we kind of know each other well enough at this point that it's easy to tell if, like, Sam should review something or I should review something.
Yeah.
You know, if something comes in and it's bigger than about that, then Sam reviews it. If it fits in my pocket and it's a card game, then I review it. I don't know. I mean,
if it looks like garbage, then
I review.
Then I end up. Sometimes I pass them off to Z now.
No, I think we just figure it out when it comes in, read it, figure out who would fit it.
Have you been playing Lord of the Rings LCG solo?
I played like 3 times. I put it down some time ago and I haven't picked it up again. It's super hard. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong because it is whooping me. I don't know. I'll pick it back up at some point and give it another shot, but I put it down a while ago. Haven't picked it up.
We keep getting asked if we're going to do another gaming mega marathon.
A mega marathon? Is that 48 hours?
Can you even imagine that? That would be horrific. One of us would do it. Not here.
No. They would go for like 3 days.
I'm thinking about it, but I don't want to do it. Sam wants to do it.
I think they're great. People like them.
I'm good with
doing
it.
I know.
Maybe not 24 hours, but...
Well, no. I mean, we'll shorten it. 12 to 18, something like that.
We'll figure it out, folks. We'll see how it goes.
Maybe like 2 hours.
Thank you, Aaron.
Oh, Aaron said that Sam is doing a good job of Warhammer minis.
Aww.
Do you think a Star Wars battle lore game would be a good idea? Ooh.
Yeah, it's called Imperial Assault.
No, it's different than Imperial Assault's more like Tannhauser.
I mean, the CNC system. That would be cool.
I'd buy that in a second.
Yeah.
Oh my, would I
probably
buy
buy
that?
it.
What game would I put
Sight
Star
unseen.
Wars on that you don't buy? Carcassonne, I guess. That's it.
Carcassonne,
Carcassonne.
Quirkle.
I'd buy Star Wars Quirkle, man. Lining up some Jedis.
Now, the Star Wars game is not, obviously, if you can go to look in the past 30 years, there's a lot of Star
There's
Wars
a lot
games.
of systems that you could throw Star Wars into and you'd be like, ooh.
No, any combat type system, right?
Right.
So, battle
Even
lore.
intrigue. I mean, even some sort of intrigue and influence type games. I could see Star Wars being used.
Okay, but I wouldn't be like, if let's say they made Star Wars The Resistance. That'd be fun, and I could get into the theme of it, but I wouldn't be sitting here going, woo.
But if they added some cool, like, Star Wars-ish kind of stuff.
But see, that's the thing. Usually people who are into the whole Star Wars thing, they want the Star Wars stuff that comes along with it. And some kind of social deduction game that is Star Wars probably wouldn't be on that vein. They want minis. They want...
I'm just saying that you could
things.
have the Resistance set in that messed up cantina, and it would be cool.
Now, Z is not talking about Endeavor, about the game that
Yes,
Z
that
Minis
was,
were.
yeah.
You are?
Yeah, that's it. That's
You
it.
liked Endeavor?
Yeah, Endeavor's cool.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
you gotta
the
answer
one.
that one.
Can we expect to see the three of you in Will Wheaton's Tabletop
Wheaton's?
Season 4? We have not been asked, that's for sure. I don't think... Actually, I shouldn't say I don't think. I'm pretty sure he doesn't really even know we exist, really. So, I don't see why he would ask us. So, do you think Doctor Who would be a good license for Legendary? It looks like you can slap any license on that system.
Really?
Star Wars?
Really? Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, I won't dig that up. I won't dig that up.
Doctor Who, yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
You're such a troll. Good night.
What was the game you reviewed where you played card to dig Doug down on a planet that's
it's called,
Super Motherload?
Super Motherload.
A terrible name.
It's a good game, though. Really good game.
When is Jason going to get his own show? When he stops working. He told me yesterday, he said that...
Don't tell him that, though. He'll quit his job tomorrow.
No, he won't.
This person needs more Jason in their life.
He said when he retires, he's going to work for the Dice Tower.
Yeah? All right.
But he's doing his top 100 list, so one of those will be going up this week anyway. So there's that. Have you thought about picking up games for the Gen Can't, which, by the way, I hate that name, people for a fee as another means of income for the Dice Tower? So this is, in gaming terms, we call this being a mule, where you're the person who goes to conventions and picks up games for others.
Okay.
And doing that as a fee, Fun Again does it at Essen. And I saw them doing it at Essen, and they looked absolutely miserable.
Well, we just wouldn't have... I mean, we wouldn't have the time to do
Right,
that.
because they have to run around to all the different places.
Stand in line, waiting to purchase the game that you are picking up for somebody else, which is taking away from time that probably going to be needing to do other Dice Tower things.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there would literally not be time to do that at Gen Con or most conventions we go to.
Not to mention, let's say we could use our pull our strings, right, and go before the lines were there and run and stuff. There would be such an outcry about that. Oh, we had 50 copies, but the Dice Tower came and bought 10 of them. Right. Oh, my people
I don't
would
even think
yell.
that they would do that. Because some of those games, you can only purchase one.
Yeah.
And then we would have to ship it to you, and I don't even sell my own games online for that very same reason. It's just such a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
So no, I've never thought of that. Like I said, Fun Again does do it, though, for Essen. If you want the games from Essen, Fun Again will go around. They will charge you a good chunk of money for that. And that's because it's that much work. The best Catan expansion, not standalone game.
I think Germany. I got your back, brother. Actually, I think my favorite Catan expansion is still the Fisherman of Catan, which is the
same
little
here.
one.
Fisherman is good.
I like that one. It's just it's a sideways step instead of a whole other crazy system to learn, and I don't know. I like that one. Germany, same.
I don't play Catan unless it's Germany.
You got it in.
If you could pick the next Crossroad games from Plaid Hat, what theme would it be?
Star Wars.
The next Crossroad game from Plaid Hat, what theme would it be? Heard rumors of an aliens one. I thought that they were coming out with a science fiction,
Which could
Crossroads
be aliens,
game,
technically.
I don't know. I mean, Plaid Hat has not. They've done one licensed game. It was at Video Game High School. No, they did two. They did BioShock. But now they're under F2Z Entertainment, who hardly ever does licensed stuff. That I can't think of anything.
I wouldn't want it to be licensed, honestly.
Yeah, it gives them more freedom to write a story, a cool story.
I like that better. But I would love to see something in a very Blade Runner universe. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
I'll say Samurai. I think Samurai would be cool. Lots of storylines there.
There
ninjas
could be a lot of
and stuff.
betrayal and that sort of thing, yeah. But I don't know, just the whole dystopian Blade Runner future with...
It doesn't have to be the same game. It's just that Crossroads mechanism where you turn a card over.
Right,
and
right. I know, but
happens.
that's what I mean. It's got to be something that's got a real good story to it. Samurai could work, and that futuristic, dystopian thing could definitely work. I just like that genre. I would like to see that.
Do you have any tips for painting minis, Sam?
Get very good at...
Well, specifically, Shadows over Camelot minis.
Well, it works. Get very good at dry brushing. Dry brushing can cure many woes. So that's what I have gone for.
Do any Vassal kids drive yet? No. Technically, I guess I could get Melody a permit at this point since she's 15. She asked me, and my answer was just a loud guffaw of laughter. When she's 16 now, I won't be able to avoid it much longer, though. Are there any good driving games? I don't want any games being played.
While the car is in motion.
Drive.
Pay attention.
Pay attention to the road.
To help teach the process of driving? I don't think so.
I don't even know if a video game would do a good job at that.
Newborns.
No!
Dad, I got the tire that could run over anything. never goes
Poor
flat.
little D. Faster! Hit that corner as fast as you can.
Oh, this guy's asked the same question 20 times now.
What is it?
About the top 10 list thing.
Well, let me answer it in my head.
Okay.
Read it up. It'll go up. I gotta read it though.
Oh. Pop quiz. Airport. Gunman with hostage. He's using it for cover and almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away. The hostage is the only unpublished prototype of Nothing Personal. What do you do, Hotshots?
Airport gunman with hostage. He's using it for cover and almost to a plane. You're 100 feet away. The hostage is the only unpublished prototype of Nothing Personal.
I think you use
What do you do, Hotshots?
I think I'd use a bazooka at this point.
Through the game. You shoot through the
It
game.
seems pretty obvious
Sure, that's
here.
what they did in the movie, too.
One unpublished prototype dying.
You shoot the hostage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You shoot through the hostage.
You shoot, yeah.
Shoulder so they don't die.
Hopefully.
Well,
If they do die.
Was that from that movie? I thought it was
Yeah.
different. I can't remember when it
Yeah,
was from what
Speed.
movie.
Shoot the hostage.
That's right, it was from that movie. Cool stuff with the promos. Guys, we are going to have many of the promos, including the Dead of Winter promos and some of the Mage Wars promos and things like that. They will be up on the Cool Stuff website, and I feel pretty confident we will have them up sometime later this week. We'll let you know. Look at our Twitter feed or our website. Do you know of any Australian board game cons? Doesn't PAX have an Australian convention?
Really?
I think PAX Australia. Yeah. I know you all love Shadows over Camelot. I bought it and tried to play it many times with different groups, and sadly they all find it boring, simple, pointless, and now want to burn it. What is going wrong?
Tastes? Human choices?
do you live in Salem? Hey,
I don't know. That's
like
okay.
a,
Yeah, I mean,
that's a meta.
that's a reaching.
I don't think anything's wrong. People have varying tastes.
Yeah.
And by the way, I wouldn't say I love it. I do like it. I still own it. But I wouldn't say I love it.
Was it in your top 100? I can't remember.
Maybe?
It was in mine.
I know it's in your. It's really high up for you.
Yes.
It's been a while since we played it.
It might be in my,
We
80s or 90s, maybe.
We just played
We
it.
just
in
played
Texas.
it, yeah.
Oh, in Texas?
Yeah,
just
we
played it in
did.
Texas.
Oh, there you go.
Had a great time too. You're just playing it wrong.
For meetups and game nights, do gamers start... Oh, sorry, not do gamers start on the table. Do games start on the table, or do players select games and then invite others to join?
Either or.
I've actually never seen the first one where there's just I come in early and set
Actually,
games up on all the tables.
We see that every week. What are you talking about?
Oh, the Munchkin guy?
Yes.
Well, Nick, we call him the Munchkin guy, but his name's Nick.
Yes.
He sets Munchkin up, but he's there, though. He's just wanting people to join him. I'm like saying, you don't go in and there's like settlers over here and ticket. Now pick a table, everybody.
I really
that
don't.
seems like school.
I mean, I think that the first method is, honestly, for a space that is for a location that is limited in space, kind of rude. Like, if I go into a place that has 6 tables, and I take one over and set up a game I want to play and sit there with the game in front of me, and you can't come over and play a game that you have 4 players for, that's rude. I'm taking up a table and no one's sitting down at it. Now, if I already am playing, like if I knew someone's joining me or something for a fact, that's fine, you know? Like you're holding the table for someone who's coming, but just grabbing a game and setting it up and sitting there and hoping someone sits down, if you're short on space, I think that's kind of mean. Not mean, it's inconsiderate.
Okay, let's get to some nicer questions. What do you think of Exodus Proxima Centauri as a lighter alternative to TI3? So you agree on that?
You're cooking peanut oil.
And we still haven't set up a time. We're going to do it one of these times. We need to play the expansion.
Yes.
Which looks really good, just that we need to get a group of people together to play it. Let's see here.
What is with your screen going dark and light and dark? Is that just me moving?
Yeah. No, it's not. Because I have the same thing and it's going.
Which of your European contributors will be at Essen with you? I don't know. I'm about to find that information out. We'll find out soon enough. Are there any games you own but have yet to play? You know our job. We have a whole closet full of games that we have not played yet, but we're working on them. Yeah. How comes Tom isn't bald too?
Because he was blessed.
Never took the plunge. Well, it's a choice for me, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, but you said that part of it was because you started to bald and you didn't want to go down that route, right?
I do have patches, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. My dad hasn't balded. My grandfather never did. I wish I could be bald. If I did, I'd still wear a hat.
Hey,
what are you talking? You wish you could be bald?
It's simple.
I'm not shaving my head just to be bald. That's dumb.
If you wish you want to be bald,
come on, that's ridiculous. That's like having something and wishing you didn't. Then get rid of it.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. I wished I could be bald, but that wishing went away when every single person between the age of 30 and 40 did it a few years ago. It got very boring.
Pretty sure I
very
can
cliche.
He just called us boring.
I called you fattish. That's what it was. Not even a choice.
Fattish?
I see hair.
Fat joke.
He's calling us boring and fat.
Man. Bald fat man.
I curse you with Jason.
Okay, the show's off. The screen goes blank. All right, well, we only have like 2 minutes left, so let's find a really interesting question. How do you achieve such good sound on the audio podcast with you and Eric not both being local? Most podcasts have co-hosts in different cities have awful sound. Well, Eric has a sound booth, so there's that for his end. For mine, I just use the Blue Yeti microphone, which I think is really good. I also use a popper stopper, and I've worked hard on that, and we use Skype, and it works really well. I don't know why. Mm-hmm. Do I ever have to cull my hat collection? Boo! That's a terrible question. All right, here we go. This is a good question. We'll end it on this one. What would be your top 3 games of 2015 right now?
Oh, man, I don't know.
Oh, you guys can think, and I'll work on it. Okay, so Blood Rage for sure would be one of my 3. Probably Roll Through the Galaxy. I like that one very much. And for the 3rd, probably Mage Wars Academy. So those would be my 3. Here, I'll pull up a list of 2015 games while you're doing that. Do you need it too?
Well, I need it for 2 of them. Blood Rage is definitely there. That's number 1.
I think you're coming around on that game more than when you first played it.
Yeah, playing it twice in a row. Yes, on Saturday, did more for that.
XCOM, Forbidden Stars is pretty high up there.
Elysium is 2015?
Yeah, Marco Polo, Spectre Ops, Xenoshift, Argent the Consortium. That's in your top 3.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering, Flick 'em Up. Ooh, Flick 'em Up. Never mind, Flick 'em Up. Put that one in my top 3. Baseball Highlights 2045. Codenames.
Which one dropped then?
Roll Through the Galaxy.
Yeah.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf Daybreak, The X-Files, Chaosmos, New York 1901, Super Motherload, Cacao. X-Men Mutant Revolution. Let me sort these by the number of voters. That way, the ones that are most popular will show up first.
I'll just pick the top 3 there.
XCOM Elysium and Marco Polo.
Nope.
Harbor.
No, I haven't played it.
Love Letter Batman. Come on.
Maybe.
I'm gonna say probably.
The game.
The game. No. I'll go with.
Exploding Kittens.
No.
Broom service. Stockpile. March of the Ants. Oh, I didn't give that one a rating.
Wah.
Ashes, Rise of the Phoenix Born. You haven't played that one.
No.
Discoveries.
I do like Discoveries a lot.
Asking for Troubles.
This is more of a hot question, not really.
All right, yeah, well, yeah. What 3 games are really hot for you right now, then?
Right now, it would be Discoveries, Blood Rage, and from 2015. Man, Blood Rage, Discoveries, and probably either Armada or Forbidden Stars.
There's a lot, but I'm gonna say Elysium, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
That's a good one.
And
So is Elysium.
Vampire Radar is awesome.
Wow.
Grizzled. Discoveries. I don't know. I mean,
Three.
I only got 2, and then the rest are like somewhere in there, maybe.
Okay. Well, really, honestly, I usually don't answer these. Jason said code names for all 3 of his.
He just wrote you?
Yes. Go back to work.
Really?
Anyhow, I usually don't answer these questions. I'm doing it because it's only August, but as we get closer to the end of the year, I like to make our top 10 list a big thing. We'll put some work into that and do our top 10 games of the year.
Yeah.
I keep thinking I'm going to do the top 10 worst games I played all year. I might do that one by myself.
Oh. Yeah, the top.
You'll see me putting on some of that gray fireproof stuff. I'm like, all right.
There we go. Yeah, putting together our top 10 games of the year is always a very difficult task.
All right.
Most years you want to put 13 games or something on there. There's always those few last you call that are such good games, but you got to go to 10.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Hey, there was no lag. Keep an eye. We're going to be probably testing live stream later this week.
Cool.
Trying to do that. It may work or not. We'll see. Anyhow, until next time, I'm Tom Vassell.
Z Garcia, thank you guys for tuning in.
Sam Healy, see you on the flip side, folks.
See you on the flip side.
I dreamed a dream in times gone by.
He hasn't stopped dreaming yet.
Life worth living.